Hello, welcome back to Surviving in Minecraft. This episode we're going to have a look at our storage system again. I've been thinking about this and we're not even covering a small amount. We're just covering a small amount of the possibilities within our world, and we're already taking near enough two rooms. It's going to be uncontrollable, and I want to get some automation as well when it comes to crafting, and this system really isn't going to work not in its current form, so I want to have a look at doing something a bit different today. So this episode might run a little bit long, or it might even run into 2 or 3 episodes, but we're going to make a start today, and what we're going to be using is a new mod. Well, it's certainly new to me. Some of you lot might have been playing around with it, but it's called Applied Energistics. It looks like a really cool mod, and the storage and auto crafting looks very similar in a way to Craft's old logistic pipes, but with a bit of a technological twist on it. But we'll get around. You'll see what I mean if you've had experience with that one. So what we're going to do is, first of all, for this applied energistics, for the storage, we have to make a network, and for a network we need a network controller. So that's this little device here, and this is where our quartz crystals are going to start coming in. It's a reasonably simple design. So we've just got some iron in the corner, some of these quartz crystals, and an advanced processor in the centre. Now, to make the advanced processor, you make one of these assemblies, advanced processor assembly, which you then just put into any furnace of any type. So for that we need this quartz cutting knife, a diamond, and some of this silicon. Quartz cutting knife is pretty simple, and if we just come back to it, here we go. This silicon is just the quartz dust smelted up, so we can make a start with some of this, because we do have quite a bit of this quartz dust flying around. In fact, I have some in my inventory, so let's come over to our furnace. I've got a feeling we're going to need quite a bit of this, so we'll just do that half a stack, or damn it, half a stack. We need a diamond. Luckily we're okay for diamonds at the moment, and we need some of this quartz. Let's just take a stack, and we'll take a stack of iron as well. So hopefully, somewhere, here we go, in our system, we've got the silicon cooking up. What I'll do is I'll just tidy up a little bit. You can see we're running out of storage quite quickly, and although we can make more chests, it's not an ideal situation, so I want to try and get this sorted soon as. That should do us for now. Let's see if we've got some more of these silicon. Right, so a controller, which was one of these, which was one of those. So one diamond, one of these quartz cutting knives. So that should be pretty simple. If we have the sticks, I've only got one stick. More wood, please. Take a stack of wood. So let's get some sticks. We want one of these quartz cutting knives. That gives us that. So we need to make one of those. Redstone. Get a stack of that. I'm terrible at remembering these recipes, which is going to be one good reason why we can get this automation done. So that gives us the processor assembly, which now we should just have to put into our furnace, and that will fuse it together. So it's going dark, so let's just sleep to make it day. I have been in the nether as well, off camera. You can see I've got a death point over there. That wasn't a death point here, it was a death point in the nether. Zombie pigmen are going mad on me again. I'll go in there like I had before, go in there and it's perfectly alright, and then suddenly they all start going crazy ape on my bum. So that gives us that. And now let's have a look at that. One thing I do like about this app is that most of the things just start with the word ME. So it makes it very easy to find. So there's our ME controller, which again, quite simple recipe. Once we've got that made up. So there's our controller. Now, before we start laying that down, there's some other things that we're going to need. And it is going to be, we've got the controller. We need a drive. Okay, again, simple recipe from the outset, but we need two of these basic assemblies. Okay, so that's another one of these quartz cutting knives, very similar to the last one, but with a piece of gold in the centre. So we need some of those cutting knives again. Which, let's see if I can remember. We're going to need some more sticks. So that was something similar to that. There we go. Not far off. So we're going to need some gold. So we need two of these. Unfortunately, those knives aren't stackable, so there's one. Oh, you get the knife back. Never realised that. So it's like a tool. A bit like me. Right, so, anyway, they'll come in useful. Wasn't exactly an expensive recipe. I wondered why you had to use a knife all the time. So we can leave them in there. Storage. Be so glad when I've got this done. So that's, we should see them coming across. So that's going to be our, just going back to the website here if you're thinking that. So that's our drive, or near enough done. And we're going to need an access terminal as well. So, ME access terminal to access all our goodies. So, some cable, which is pretty simple. Conversion matrix. So it's another one of those basics. So we'll just get that one. Another one of those sorted out. So that's, we need our tool. We need another piece of gold, don't we? Which, see if I can remember. I was so impressed. Something along those lines. Yeah. There we go. Get our tool back. And another of those. So you can see that they're not overly complex recipes to make. And if you put the spaces in, you can actually find the recipes. So again, this should be pretty simple. Just a chest is the only thing that we haven't got, so bang that on there. We've got the chest, we've got 2 of those, we've got the iron in the corners, and we've already got the glass. So that gives us our drive. Our other processor should be ready. So now we can make the terminal. Now for the terminal we need the quartz, for the cable. We need the cable, and the cable is made out of the quartz cable, and I made some of this earlier because I was just playing around. Because I saw the quartz, I actually, this is what got me onto all this. I needed some glass fibre cable, and I found the quartz cable and wondered whether it was similar. But the network cable, I believe, is something like that. Yes, it is. There we go. It's pretty simple. And the quartz cable itself, I think, is just like a couple of pieces of quartz surrounded by glass. So no worries there. Yeah, we was making the access terminal, wasn't we? So first of all, we've got to make that. Which should give us that. And the cable in the back gives us our access terminal. Now, as per normal, I've not really tested all this out. Anybody who's new to these series, and you're probably thinking, why is he always making these mistakes? I try not to test off camera as much as I can. I do test some things off camera, but I try and do things kind of raw and let you guys see them, because I find that you see some of these videos and everything works first time, and it doesn't work for you when you try it, and you just think, oh, I'm thick. Well, no, everybody has a bit of trial and error, and I like you to see mine, because then when you don't get it quite right first time, hopefully you won't think, oh, I'm thick. You just think, yeah, I'm human like everybody else. So we need our controller, which I think I'll just bang there for now. Our drive, which I don't think we're going to put there, we'll put our access terminal there, and I'll put our drive over here, because eventually all these will be going. Actually, no, I'll put I do a pick, yeah, got a quartz pick, pick that up. I'm so glad that didn't destroy, because I, like I say, I hadn't checked. I would have been very distraught if that had gone. Let's just take the bottom out so we know where it is when we go downstairs, and we'll put our drive there. Now we're going to need some more of this cable, and first of all we're going to need to attach this, because this needs to be on the power, and it takes either MJ joules, like over the Buildcraft stuff, or it will take Industrial Craft. Mind is slowly leaking out. So let's think about here. Yeah, there's our controller, and that's the thing that needs the power. So we need some glass fibre cable. So let's go and get some of that. I knew I'd been leaving this quartz here for some reason, and the reason being I didn't know what to do with it. We've got some more over there. So let's get some glass fibre cable, and I'm just going to rob Peter to pay Paul at the moment, and just use the stuff here from my mine. I heard a bat. And then we can, off camera, we can get our mining operation back up. Make some more of this cable. Come on, move. Now, from what I understand on the wiki, that this stuff needs power to it all the time, but I don't think it takes an awful amount of power. It's not as if like you... That should be that, so that should be on the power now. It should be, yep, there you go. See, everything's lit up. And it tells you how many units it's using per tick, so 7 units per tick, not an awful lot. And it's saying what's on its, what it can see on its network, which at the moment is just this access terminal. So what we have to do is we have to connect this drive, and you can have many drives, but you have to connect that drive system to this network, and you do that with these cables. So we're going to need some more of these quartz cables. So that, as you see, it's quartz dust with glass, so it's not a hugely complicated, let's just sleep, not a hugely complicated recipe. And we seem to be getting quite a bit of this quartz coming up. We've got over look at that, we've got over a stack there of the quartz itself, and we've got a stack of the dust, and I would imagine that you can macerate the quartz to make the dust if you needed to. Let's just make 8 of them for now. Jump down here again. Now we need this on the network, so how are we going to do that? Didn't really think this through, did I? But that is why we don't test. More cable, right. Actually, running up there because you should just be able to make it here. Ta-da! Right, so if we put that to go upstairs. This should be on the network, so we should be able to see one drive, which we can. So we've got one of these terminal access, we've got 11 cables on the network, and we've got one of these drives. Now, to use a drive, this is like a drive bay, if you like, and we've got to put drives in here to give us storage. Now, these, I'm just having a look on the wiki again. Yeah. Just to see what you put in here. Storage cells. Storage cells, which, yeah, you get all these different sizes. Now the smallest one is 1K. What's the biggest one that we can do? 64K. Okay, well, we're going to do it once. storage cluster. Storage cluster is one of these advanced ones with some of these storage blocks. Oh god, let's just go with the one storage for now. Going to be here all day making the other one. So we need a storage cell, which is one of those basic ones surrounded by that. Okay, we should be able to cut this out, no problem. I think one of the things I'm going to get my my handy dandy makey thing doing is making these storage cells. And what are we doing now? Mine's gone blank. We was making one of those basic botsy doodles, weren't we? So that was something like that. Oh, it's gone. It's gone again. The memory of a goldfish. One of them, and our tool gives us that. Bring it in the cooker. It's just going to give us one of those, and we want to make that to a storage cell. So storage, and we're just going to make one of these 1K ones, won't we? What's the difference between a 1K? It's that bit in the middle, isn't it? That changes every time. The 4K. Just trying to work out whether we'll just go with the 1K for now. It'll be easier, or at least be quicker. I can always expand it off camera. Let's just see what it does first. Well, I know what it does. It's going to store stuff for us, but let's see what capacity it gives us. It's not a huge resource hog. So we need to make one of these, which should be easy, just that. You know, I can see us eating through these quartz crystals at quite a rate. And our iron. But if it gives us what we need, so that's a 1K storage. So we put our 1K storage in there, and you can see we've got a drive bay light on to show us. So what we can do now is we can take stuff. Let's take a couple of, and we can throw it into our storage unit. And you can see, and we can access this and get it out at any time. And you've got, this will scroll down, up and down, depending on you know, how much you've got in here, but you've got the ability to do a search. So you want cobble will come up, and you can also expand this for crafting as well. So you can see just in this little box here, we've got the ability to put all this inside it just by increasing the number of drives and the size of the drives that we've got in there. So that one little box could store all this just in that one little box. Fantastic. And we can access it all just from here. Okay, so that is what I'm quite happy with that, and it all worked without us turning around and saying, oh god, we've done something wrong. So it's really simple, and this can be expanded to do automatic crafting as well, which I think we'll do probably on the next episode. I'm not sure. Let me just have a look and see how much time we've spent on here. Yeah, we've not done an awful lot. I'm going to leave it like this for now, and over the next off camera I'm going to get all this cleaned up and into here, and then I'll show you how much. Let's we've got loads of storage just in that 1K. So off camera, I'm going to expand this and get all this tidied. And another thing I'm going to have to do, and obviously I've not done it yet, is to get this system integrated with this. And I'm not sure how to do that, but I won't do it off camera. I will do it on camera, and that might be the subject of next episode, so you can see what we're doing. But I hope this has kind of inspired you to have a play with this, because it really is a really good mod. And I've been waiting for Craft to update logistic pipes for a while, and you know what, now we've got this, I really don't think we need to wait any longer, because I think it is really good. I like it. So we'll call this an episode. We'll see you on the next, when hopefully I've got all this tidied up and we can work into getting that into this. So thanks for joining us. Give us a like, give us a comment, and we'll see you on episode 12. Bye for now. Hello, we're back. Hopefully you saw on the bar, the little bar on the bottom of YouTube, that we've not quite finished, even though I said goodbye. I've got a bad habit of that. But in the process, I know I said off camera I was going to empty all this lot and put it into here, but what I wanted just to show you while I was in the progress of doing that, I've come to the limit. I've filled that 1K drive that we've got in there. You can see 1024 bytes used, and this is what we got for that. So that's in terms of storage. So we got 5,392 blocks of cobble, 2,555 blocks of dirt, and 53 blocks of wood. So you can see, even though one of those quite simple to make 1K, got, in my opinion, quite a lot of stuff in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to proceed to make some of the bigger ones and fit them in here to give us more storage. So I think I'm going to make something like the 16. This one, which needs this storage block, which is made of these 3 storage segments, which in turn are made from 3 storage cells. So, and each storage cell needs 1 basic processor. So if my maths have got this right, we need 3 of these, which are in turn made of 3 of these, and need all of which need 3 of them. So each one of these needs 3, so that should be 9. So we should need 12 of them in total. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and hopefully we should get a, see, we've got a little red light on there to tell us that one drive in that 1 bay is full. So that's what I'm going to do, and we'll get all this expanded for the next episode. So just wanted to show you that, so you're aware of how much you can fit into 1K. But we'll see you on the next episode, for real this time. So thanks for joining us. See you in episode 12.